Hello class. So we are going to analyze a circuit. If you recall in our last lecture that the introduction to analyzing synchronous sequential circuit. So here we've been given a sequential circuit and we've been asked to analyze the behavior of this circuit. So let's do it together. As you can see, we have two flip-flops. We're given two flip-flops and they are all D type of flip-flop. Let me call this flip-flop A. Okay, and then I call this flip-flop B. Okay, good. Now the input to flip-flop A is a combinational circuit. Okay, made up of AND gate, and OR gate. The input of the flip-flop B is an AND gate. Okay, and then we have our output Y, which is given by the combinational circuit this. We have X to be our input, okay, to the circuit. The output of the flip-flop D is given as A and then A bar. Okay, don't be confused. It could be Q and Q bar, but we've been given A and A bar. And then for flip-flop B is B and then B bar. Okay, so let's work it out together. Now, you recall the procedures. The first we do is to write the input and output equation of the flip-flops. Okay, so first we write flip-flop input and output equation. Okay, so let's work it out. Now you have a feedback A coming here. So we have A here. Sorry, we have A here. And then we have S coming here. So here will be AX, right? This is also X. Now you have B coming here. I think that should be a coin. You have B coming here. So this will be BX. Okay. Then we have OR gate. So we are going to get AS plus what? BS as our input to flip-flop A. Okay. So for flip-flop A, let me call it DA is equal to AX plus BX. Okay. So that is the first one. Let us work out for this. We have A bar coming here. So here is A bar. And then we have X also coming here. So here we are going to get A bar X as our input to flip-flop B. So input to flip-flop B is A bar X. Okay, we are left with the output Y. So let's do the output together. We have this is B coming here. This is B, right? And then this is also A. So this is A. So OR gate, this is A plus B. Okay, this is the inverter. Let's trace it. So we trace it is X. So it may here is X. So here will be S bar. Okay, now the 2 passes through an AND gate. So it's going to be A plus B multiplied by S bar. Okay, so we have our Y, which is also equal to A plus B X bar. Okay, so these are our input, flip-flop input and output equation. For flip-flop A, we have AS plus BX. For flip-flop B, we have A bar x, or A complement x, and then our output y, which is equal to A plus B S prime. Okay, so that is what we have. Okay, so the next thing to do is to write the characteristic equation for our flip-flop. Luckily, we were given one type of flip-flop, that is D flip-flop. So for a D flip-flop, you know the next state, that is the characteristic equation. Okay, let me write. Let me write. So next state equation. Okay, that is what we want to look at. We want to look at our next state equation. So for our next state equation, we know that for a D flip-flop, okay, whenever we have input and there's clock, the input goes out. So the next state is given by the input. Right. Good. So based on this, we can write our next state equation taking this. So I can say A n plus 1, let me put it that way, sorry, is equal to, it's going to be equal to dA, right? And dA is given by this. So my A n plus 1 is equal to ax plus bx. Right. What about our b? For this b, the next state is going to be equal to db, and db is equal to what? Ax. So b n plus 1 is going to be equal to a bar x. Okay, so here we have our flip-flop input and output equation. We have our next state equation. Okay, remember we got our next state equation from the D flip-flop, and for a D flip-flop, this is the characteristic equation for the D flip-flop. Okay, now having gotten this, the next thing we do is to draw our state table, or the transition table. So we are now going to draw our transition table. Okay, that is what we are going to do now. Now I have drawn the table. Okay, you can see two types of table here. We have two ways of drawing the state table. We have what we call the one-dimensional state table, and then we have the two-dimensional state table. I'm going to teach you all the two, and the choice is yours. Whichever way and which of the two is easier for you, you take it. Okay, but for me, I will show you all the two. Either you decide to use the one-dimensional state table or the two-dimensional state table. Now, so in our state table, let me call it, so this is one-dimensional state table. Okay, so this is our one-dimensional state table. Now recall that in our last lecture we said the state table has a present state, next present state, and then an output. But for this circuit, we were given an input, so we have to add the input to the state table. So we have a present state, the input, the next present state, and then the output. Okay, now so what we are going to do is that for the input is given, then we know the present state. Okay, so we consider when A is 0 and then B is 0, and then we consider when the input is 0. We look at when A is 0 B is 0, and then when the input is 1. We look at when A is 0, B is 1, and the input is 0. A is 0, B is 1, and then the input is 1. Okay, so let's complete it. So here will be 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, here will be 0, 1, 0, 1. So we have our present state, and then we have our input. How do we get the next state? We fill in the next state based on our next state equation. Okay, so in our next state equation, we have A. So this is the equation we are going to use for A. Okay, so in that equation, A is given by AS plus BX. So when A equal to 0 and X equal to 0, we get A times 0, 0 times 0, which is 0. So it's going to be 0, A is 0, X is 0, plus B is 0, and then S is also 0, and equal to 0. So here will be 0. Okay, so we fill the column for A, that is the next present state. Now when we have A equal to 0 and S equal to 1, 0 times 1 is 0. B is equal to 0, S equal to 1, 0 times 0, so here will be 0. Okay, now A is 0. This time we have A is 0 times, so the X is equal to 0, so it will be 0. And then B is 1 times 0, this will also be 0. Okay, now the A side will be 0, but the B side will be 1, because 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, now the B side will be 0, because X is equal to 0. Despite that A is 0, it's also going to be 0 when we multiply. Now A is 1, S is 1, so it will be 1. A is 1, B is also 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. Multiply by 1, also you get 1. Okay. No, S is 0 here, so here will be 0. Okay. Then here, 1 times 1 will be 1. 1 times 2, here will be 1. Okay. So we're done for our A column. We're done for our A column. Let's do for the present state for the B column. The present state for the B column. And for the B column, we have B, the next state given by A bar X. So we are going to use this. We'll use this to fill the B column. Okay. So it's the complement of A multiplied by the X. So when I complement A, which is 0, it will go to 1, but the S is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. When I complement A is 1, 1 times 1 is 1. When I complement A is 1, but here is 0. Here is going to 1. 1 times 1 will be 1. Here is 1. When I complement, I'll be 0, right? 0 times 0 is 0. Here is 1. When I complement it, I'm going to get 0. 0 times 1 will be 0. Here is 1. I complement is going to be 0. Here is 1. I complement is going to be 0. Okay. So that is what we have for our next present state, filling the B column. Okay. So the last column, the truth table, is to fill the output, and our output is given by this. So this is what we are going to use to fill our output, right? So it's A plus B multiplied by the complement of X, or S bar. Okay, so 0 plus 0 is 0. When we complement X is 1, is going to be 0. Now, when we complement A here, is going to be 1. So 1 plus 0 is 1 times 1 is 1. Here, hold on here, is a plus b, right? So a plus b, we are using this. 0 plus 0 is 0 times 1 is 0, right? So here will be 0. Careful. So 0 plus 1 is 1 times 0 is going to be 0. 0 plus 1 is 1 times 1 is going to be 1. Hold on, we should complement, right? So be careful. 0 plus 1 is 1. When you complement x, which is 0, is going to be 1. So 1 times 1 will be 1. Sorry. So here should be 1. Okay, here should be 1. Okay, so let's do here. Be careful. 0 plus 1 is 1. We complement x, which is 0. Here will be 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. We complement 0, which is 1. So here will be 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. We complement this. Here will be 0. We complement this. Here will be 1. We complement here. Here will be 0. Okay. So that is our state table, but this is the one-dimensional state table. Okay. So with the state table, we can go on with the state diagram. But let me show you how to use the two-dimensional state table as well. So we are going to use the two-dimensional state table. So with the two-dimensional state table, it's the same thing. We have our present state, which is AB. Now, our next present state, we'll consider when the input is 0 for one column, and then when the input is 1 for another column. And then for the output, we consider when the input is 0 for one column, and then when the output or when the input is 1 for another column. When we bring it here, the same thing. In the one dimensional, we have the input will be 0 or 1, 0 or 1, or 0 or 1, or 0 or 1. This time we are grouping all the zeros under one column, and then all the x equal to 1 under another column. Okay, so we are going to have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and then 1, 1. Okay, now we look at when x equal to 0, what will be the next state for A. So you use the same equation. When s equal to 0, using this equation, when s equal to 0, so we have x0, which is going to 0, here to be 0, right? So here will be 0. Okay, because x is 0, anything multiplied will be 0. So the whole this column is 0. Okay, now let's consider when s equal to 1. Okay, 0 times 1, 0 times 1 will be 0. The b is giving us 1. The a is giving us 1. And then here also will be 1. Okay, now we fill for the output when s equal to 0. Okay, so s equal to 0, we do the complement. So 0 plus 0 is 0. The complement is 0, is 1. So here will be 0. 0 plus 1 is going to be 1. Okay. And then we complement s, which is 0, which will be 1. So here will be 1. Here will be 1. We complement x, which is 0. Here will be 1. We complement x. So here will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. I believe you get it. So it's like we are using here. So it's going to be, for example, here a is 0, b is 1, multiplied by s complement, which is 0, so 1. So I'm going to get 1.1, which equal to 1. Okay. Now we do for the last one, s equal to 1. Because we are complement s equal to 1, it's going to be 0. And 0 multiplied by anything here will be 0. Okay, so that is it. So this is our two-dimensional state table. Okay, so you can use any of the state table, the one you are comfortable, either using the one-dimensional state table or the two-dimensional state table. So after the state table, the next thing we do in analyzing the behavior of the circuit given to us is to draw the transition table, the state diagram. Okay, so we are going to draw the state diagram. Okay, so we are drawing our state diagram. You can see I've drawn 4 circles here, right, representing a state. So over here, let's say, let me call this state 0 0 0 1 1 1 and then 1 0. It doesn't matter, you can position it anyhow you want to. Okay, so let us draw. Bear in mind, as I told you earlier on, the state diagram, we are only transferring what we have on the state table to draw the state diagram. That is all we are doing. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we have 0 0 0 1 1 1 and then 1 0. So any of the state will go. Okay, from 0 0, okay, let's go here. From 0 0, it moves to what? The next state is what? 0 0 0 0, it moves to 0 0. When you look here, 0 0, it moves to 0 0. It means there's no change. Okay, there's no change. Do you understand it? So 0 0, there's no change. So if there's no change, we draw an arc on it. Okay, and the input that caused no change is 0 when the input is 0. So that is 0 slash, then what is the output? It's giving us an output of what? 0. Okay, output of 0. So slash 0. Okay, now 0 1 at 0 1. So let's see. So we have drawn 0 0 when the input 0, no change. Okay, now 0 0 again, the next state is what? 0 1. 0 0, the next state is 0 1. There is transition when the input is 1. So 0 0, it go to 0 1. Okay, it go to 0 1, and the input that causes the transition is 1. Okay, so we have 1 slash, and the output is what? 0. So the output is 0. Okay, when you come here, you see the same thing we are doing here. Now at 0 1, 0 1, when the present state was 0 1, and then we put s equal to 0, we came back to what? 0 0 0 0. Okay, so 0 1, the present state, the next state is what? 0 0. So you can do that this way or that way, whichever way you want to do. Okay, so when it was 0 1, it came to 0 0 when the input is what? 0. So this is 0, and that gave us an output of what? 1. Okay, we consider when it is 0 1 and then the input is 1, there was a transition to what? 1 1 1 1. So 0 1, there is a transition here. Okay, and this transition was caused by when s equal to 1, and it gives an output of what? 0. So we are going here at 1 0, when transition to what? 0 0, when the output, when the input is what? 0. So at 1 0, the transition is what? 0 0. So what input caused the transition is what? 0. Okay, and it's given an output of what? 1. So 0/1. At 1 0, when the input is 1 0, the next state is also 1 0, which means there's no change. Okay, there's no change. So an arc, and the input is what? Yes, 1 0 is 1 0, the input is 1, and the output is what? 0. Okay, now, so we are here at 1 1, it transitions to 0 0 when the input is what? 0. So at 1 1, it transitions to 0 0. Okay, and what input causes that transition is 0, and the output is what? 1. So 0, and then the output is 1. At 1 1, when the input is 1, the transition is what? 1 0. So 1 1, it comes to what? 1 0. So the input is what? 1, and then the output is what? 0. Okay, so this becomes our what? State diagram. So this is our state diagram. So this is our state diagram. This is our state diagram for the circuit we're asked to analyze. So from this state diagram, you can see clearly the behavior of the circuit we are analyzing. When it's in the present state 0 0, and we feed an input 0, it gives an output 0, and there is no change. When we are in the same present state 0 0, and then we feed an input 1, when x equal to 1, it transitions from 0 0 to 0 1, and it's given an output 0 0. Okay, when we are in the, let's say in the state 1 0, and then we give an input 1, there's no change. Okay, there's no change. But when we are in 1 0, okay, and then we give an input 0, it transitions from 1 0 to 0 0. So you see that we are able to analyze the behavior of the circuit that was given to us. Okay, so that is it. Very simple, and take your time to go through, and in our next lecture we'll consider another example. Thank you.